Welcome to Liberty Helicopters, the largest helicopter sightseeing company in New York City. Fly with us as we show you New York City like you've never seen it before. Today you'll be flying in a modern jet helicopter designed for your optimum viewing pleasure. Get your cameras ready as we ascend to 1,000 feet over the Hudson River. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy your once-in-a-lifetime experience. As you fly south down the Hudson River, at our right windows you will see the suburbs of New Jersey, known as the Garden State. These sites include famous neighborhoods and cities such as Hoboken, the birthplace of Frank Sinatra, Weehawken, where you can board a ferry to take you on a cruise around Manhattan, and Jersey City, home of the tallest building in New Jersey. Look below as we fly over Ellis Island. This island was the first stop for millions of Europeans who immigrated to the United States before 1924. Just south of Ellis Island is the world-renowned Statue of Liberty, given to the United States as a gift from France in 1886. This is a wonderful photo opportunity to get up close and personal with America's most famous landmark. Turning north in New York Harbor, you see in the distance the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, connecting Brooklyn with Staten Island. Heading north now up the Hudson River, below us lies Governor's Island. Governor's Island is a half-mile from the southern tip of Manhattan. From 1776 to 1996, the military installations on the island were used to protect the United States. Downtown Manhattan, known as the financial capital of the world. Located in Lower Manhattan's Battery Park City on the Hudson River, the World Financial Center is a unique focal point for private and public enterprises, including Wall Street and the New York Stock Exchange. You can also visit such places as Battery Park, which is 32 acres of permanently protected land, open to the public 7 days a week, and the South Street Seaport, a thriving community complete with a world-class maritime museum, breathtaking views, and more than 100 shops, cafes, and restaurants. From 1,400 feet at our right side, you'll now see the canyons of Greenwich Village, Chinatown, Soho, Tribeca, and Hell's Kitchen. Midtown Manhattan is dominated by the Empire State Building, the crown jewel of the New York City skyline. Standing at 1,250 feet, this Art Deco building was first made famous in 1934 by the movie classic King Kong. The Empire State Building was the tallest building in the United States until being surpassed in 1974. The large circular building below is the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, home to the NBA's New York Knicks and the NHL's New York Rangers. On the left, you see the MetLife Building, and on the right, the magnificent Chrysler Building, known for its shimmering peak architecture that makes the New York City skyline unique. Here's a quick glimpse of the United Nations building located on the banks of the East River. Below us now is Times Square, known for Broadway shows, exciting nightlife, and the dropping of the ball on New Year's Eve. As we soar at 1,400 feet above the Hudson River and towards uptown Manhattan, we see the areas of Pier 88 through 92, which constitute the Manhattan Passenger Ship Terminal. The greatest of the transatlantic passenger ships have docked here, including the Queen Mary, the Queen Elizabeth, and the Normandy. As you look out to the right of the helicopter, off in the distance, you will notice Central Park. This man-made park is a half a mile in width and 2.5 miles in length. Central Park was the first landscaped public park in the United States. Advocates of creating the park, primarily wealthy merchants and landowners, admired the public grounds of London and Paris, and urged that New York needed a comparable facility to establish its international reputation. A public park, they argued, would offer their own families an attractive setting for carriage rides and provide working-class New Yorkers with a healthy alternative to the saloon. After 3 years of debate over the park site and cost, in 1853 the state legislature authorized the city of New York to use the power of eminent domain to acquire more than 700 acres of land in the center of Manhattan. The building of Central Park was one of 19th century New York's most massive public works projects. Some 20,000 workers, Yankee engineers, Irish laborers, German gardeners, and native-born stonecutters reshaped the city's topography to create the pastoral landscape. After blasting out rocky ridges with more gunpowder than was later fired at the Battle of Gettysburg, workers moved nearly 3 million cubic yards of soil and planted more than 270,000 trees and shrubs. The park first opened for public use in the winter of 1859, when thousands of New Yorkers skated on lakes constructed on the site of former swamps. By 1865, the park received more than 7 million visitors a year. Today, it is open to the public 7 days a week for picnics, walking tours, and many other outdoor activities. Here's the George Washington Bridge. This two-level bridge crosses the Hudson River and connects New Jersey and New York. The bridge was originally opened to traffic on October 25, 1931. Over the years, additional levels and lanes were added, making the GWB the world's only 14-lane suspension bridge. Another fun fact about the George Washington Bridge is that it is home to one of the world's largest free-flying American flags. At 90 feet long, it is flown on the upper arch of the New Jersey Side Tower on 8 nationally observed holidays a year. Here's a bird's-eye perspective of the George Washington Bridge and the byways and highways in the neighborhoods of Upper Manhattan that feed into the bridge. We are now approaching Yankee Stadium, home of the New York Yankees. Built in only 284 working days, Yankee Stadium opened on April 18, 1923, with its first game against the Boston Red Sox. Marvel at the historic building, where many athletic feats and championships have been accomplished, and Hall of Famers such as Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, and Joe DiMaggio have played. And now we get to see an even closer view of the vastness and beauty of Central Park in all its splendor. As we make our descent and fly south down the Hudson River, we get a chance to see the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum, which was used as an aircraft carrier in World War II and had 3 tours of duty in Vietnam. Liberty Helicopters would like to thank you for flying with us today, and we hope to see you again soon. We wish you an enjoyable visit to the Big Apple.